What's up, everybody? It's Mike with Daily Stock Fix. I'm gonna make a very fast video. I'm gonna try to make this like 10 minutes at most. I'm just gonna go over the watch list because this market is really hot. I do want to record this because I want to keep it on record and I want to look at this video later on and see what were the results based on my calls. As you can see, the watches are freaking enormous. Most the daily watches, as usual, are just things that I'm looking at, so hopefully they conform onto something that's more familiar. But the one that's biggest, most important is these here. Some of these are not all in this watch list that I'm about to go over. You guys can pause this video and look at all these yourself. But I'm only going to discuss the ones I care about. So we'll go over everything and I'll try to make this short and sweet. Alright, so first one, HMNY. So this is, I did not type. Alright, so this is a recent breakout on short squeeze on first green day. Looks extremely overextended and weak after market, but with this heading to Friday, we'll see if it still has squeeze potential. Now, if we look here at this, we can see that the breakout was there and now it's kind of holding above it. I wanted to hold overnight, but considering how overextended this is, I'm not going to risk it because I don't want to risk disaster. Next one is IZEA. IZEA, recent huge spiker and somewhat of a gap filler that has led to a short trap of the short trap. Now heading onto Friday with a first green day, small gap up likely, but it looks like the stock is pretty much going sideways, which is typical price action before it crashes the key level of 550. Only watching this because it's risky and it can go both ways. So yes, it's first green day, but if we look here, you can see it has 1, 2, 3, and then it went sideways. Now, if it approaches the 550s, it can easily crash and start fading down, potential dip by that point, or it can continue soaring higher to the 1770s, which I'll put an alert. So no play there. ARDM, recent spiker. On its first green day on Thursday afternoon short squeeze. I'm long this overnight and expect a nice gap up and possibly a push beyond the breakout level. So what I mean by that is another gap filler, by the way, so it's pretty nice. So I tried to buy on this breakout here. I missed that, so I just bought on the little red candle there. Why do I have all these lines? I'm not quite sure. Really the important thing is the 420s. The reason why I'm long here, yes, it's in the middle of the channel, but I think it's high odds because we're going to a Friday. I know these are all green candles except for this, but this is still a gap down. This is the first official red day, and because of my stats tell me that the first green day typically will gap up, I'm in for the gap up, hopefully to the 410s and 420s, and potentially even a spike over the 420s. We'll see. ZYNE, big gapper. By the way, all these that I'm talking about right now are potential or they are first green days. So keep that in mind. So ARDM on I'm talking about ZYNE, big gapper. ZYNE is a big gapper that made a nice bottom around the 950s. I like these gappers because they can have a green day which starts the upward momentum. However, we can get a nice hopefully we can get a nice squeeze on Friday, and it will result in a good hold over the weekend. And yeah, waiting for that momentum shift. Ideally, I want it to come down, around here. But that's best case scenario. And if we look at this chart here, you can see the bottom. I want it to come down $1 more. Next one is ITUS. ITUS is a big spiker on its second red day. It has already shown signs of multi-day support at the 315, so I might have missed a dip. Since it hasn't officially had its first green day, it's still on my top potential plays. However, I'd like it to retrace down to the 270 support for a cleaner dip buy. So you can see here is the breakout level is 270s. We're still about 40 cents above it. If it can continue down a daily crash 314s, we can get a really nice penny stock framework pattern dip buy. Number 5. So we'll see. AVGR. AVGR is just downtrending, as you can see, but my notes are recent gap on its second red day. It's hanging around support at 35 cents, looking for the first green day for the reversal. I'm not really too excited about this one because it is a shitty chart, and we'll see. We'll see what it can do. But if once it approaches here at the 35s, it's just kind of where it is right now, we can potentially see a first green day and it starts spiking up. But definitely not my best plays out there. Next one is NETE. NETE recent spiker and short squeeze on its first big red day, already around support at the 80s, but has shown before that it can't hold key support well. Not too excited by this one, as the first green day hasn't worked in the past, but it definitely has some squeeze potential. So I'll keep watching it for the reversal. So what I'm talking about is, you can see here's support, it gapped and then it just crashed it. And maybe it'll do it this time, but you can already see it's kind of already cracked that. So I'm not too excited about this one, but the first green day pattern might still work on this. We'll see. That's why I have it on watch list. Next one is PGH. PGH is a 3-ticker letter, which means it's NYSE. So I'm not too comfortable with it because of usually large flows and market caps, but it is on its second red day. My notes says overextended stock on its second red day, intraday support around the ones, so I'm going to enjoy a dip by buying it around the key level and whole number, also watching it for the first green day. And the reason why I talk about the ones is because of this support here. You can see this, oh, I can't even talk right now. See this sideways price action around the ones, just below the one. So if it can really come down close to this level, I will possibly dip by it. But the only reason why I might not do it is because it doesn't have great range. It only moves 10% of the day, which is not ideal for me. So I'm just watching it right now just to make sure that the pattern is still intact. CDNA. CDNA is a breakout, major day breakout, but it hasn't really held support well, at least not this one, and now it's kind of coming down to the 330s, and that's almost where it bounced off. You can see the sideways price action here, and now this is where it's bouncing off. So my note says recent breakout and spike on second red day, but a doji candle, which means it has crashed and retraced those losses. I might have missed a dip buy on this one because I was either busy with work or too busy with the other stocks. But good support from the 330s to the 340s, and this is what I'm talking about. Right now we are at the 330s, 340s. I might have missed a dip, but I'm looking for that first green day. XRAX. XRAX is a choppy stock on third red day. No clear support, so I'm just watching. If I were to guess, it'd be at 180s, but I'd rather wait for the first green day. Now, if I go to the 20-minute chart here, you can see that it's just ugly here. If I go to this chart, no, not that one. It's still kind of ugly. You know, it's just been chopping around all the entire run up. So I think this is support here, which is kind of where it hit today. But ideally, I want to have a first green day, which is what I'm waiting for. All right, ABUS recent. I probably should type it in. ABUS is a recent runner, just fading for days. Still hasn't been able to make its official green day, but so far 2 unchanged days. Looking for the first green day, but I'd like for it to fall down to the 5s for a good dip buy on the breakout level. The reason why I got that 5 level is because of this right here, the high 5s and the 5s, 6s. That area there, that's the key area that I'm paying attention for. Ideally, that's where the first green day actually happens. These are not green days, these are unchanged days. As you can see, 0%. Next one. AKTX. Recent spiker that can't seem to find a bottom. All red days for the past week. It has had all red days for the past week, so the first green day will be nice as it approaches a support at 550s and 560s. That's not right. Oh, sorry, 550s to 6 is what I meant to say. And I got that because of this support, this sideways price action right here. The closer it gets to there, the more excited I get. And ideally, that's where the first green day starts. Let's see, next one. Pekin. Pekin is just a pump, but whenever this thing has a green day, it gaps up, green day gap up, green day gap up, green day gap up. So I'm looking for that again because the green day is number 5. So we'll see what it does. On my notes here, I have Pekin. I have a pump dying, looking for the first green day as an OTC, as OTCs act nicely to the green day pattern. Very illiquid though, so I'm mostly just watching for entertainment. Next one is VERI. VERI says recent price pump on a second huge red day, looking for the first green day. Today it closed near intraday support of 36, but the main one I'm looking for is a hold number of 30. So it's 2 green days, and if we look at this chart here, you can see the sideways price action around here. Also, there's a dip here, so this might be holding, but as you can see, after market hours, it's kind of just fading down closer to the 30s. The 30s is also a whole number, so that's why it's going to be important. So we'll see what it does. HMNY, I already talked about it. All right, Mara is a potential major daily. Oh, sorry. I'm on major daily breakouts. I forgot to mention that. So HMNY, it was obviously a breakout, and I already talked about that. And yeah, you guys know. Next one is Mara. Notes here says potential major daily breakout, but it can't find enough volume to push it through the breakout level. Potential failure, but watching it just in case. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, it made a bottom here and a higher bottom, but now it's close to there, and it's not enough volume for it to really push there. Hopefully a press release comes out and can really push it. MRNS, choppy ass breakout, choppy ass breakout, watching it, but it's constantly retesting the breakout, or I'm watching it because it's constantly retesting the breakout level and holding. So, you know, these past, today, it dipped down there and it just pushed. So that's why I'm really looking at it. But it's going to be choppy. Volume's not that great either. I mean, yes, 5-minute shares, but look for better plays. KURA, nice breakout that closed over the key level. Odds are that it will gap up. I'm currently long overnight, and I bought on the C of the ABCD breakout or ABCD chart pattern in the intraday. I will possibly dip by if it retests the breakout level and holds. So you can see this beautiful ABCD chart pattern, A, B, and then the C break there. And I bought, was it 435 or 1435, somewhere around here? Like right there. So I'm risking off of the bottom of that support level there, and ideally it gaps up and breaks past at 1416. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Pets. Recent IPO that is moving to retest its IPO high. Definite buy if it can break out. I wanted to buy after it made new high over the 12s, but the volume isn't that great, so I'll just watch it until more volume comes in. Ideally around the major daily breakout level of 1350. Yeah, guys, this first green day, this is what I look for. You know, it did gap down here, so that's kind of ugly, but whatever, you know, it happens. Actually, you know what? I should start. I think I've really been stupid lately because I think I've been reading these backwards. I really do think I've been reading these backwards. So, well, I'll go over my stats again, but still, the pattern is that it gaps up. Because this one did gap down, but then spiked. So that was not a good pattern, but the strength of the reversal is still there. Let's see. All right, yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of spikers and go, or gap and go. Next one is ABO, recent runner on its second green day after its momentum reversal, looking to retest the high of 17.9, but it's a bit too high price for me, so I'll just watch it. Good thing to note is that it is at all-time highs. So, you know, first green day, second green day, now it's going to retest that, and 3-year chart, you can see it's at 3-year highs. So that's all I checked. Let's see, potential dip buys, of course, ITUS, NETE, KURA, and if it, you know, retests the breakout level, and CDNA. So all potential dip buys. Other runners, of course, this is a runner here. AMA, a big spiker, record volume. If we look at the 3-year chart, record volume, so I'm watching it. At NITE, this is an IPO, very nice price action. Look past that. I talked about this one, so I wanted to get out more overextended, a lot more overextended ideally. And yeah, and that's it, guys. Whew, a long watch list. So I'll just leave this video with me posting the current stocks that I am long overnight, so you guys can once again see them. That is KURA and which one is it? I forgot, guys. How do you forget what stock you're in overnight, huh? ARDM. Yeah. So I'll leave it at that. I don't know, how long was this video here? 16 minutes. All right. So I passed a little bit, but still pretty good. I got all my thoughts out. Please, if you guys want to join the Discord to stay updated with the actual text version of this watch list, and also stay updated with the chat that I have and the alerts I give during market hours, message me, and I'll give you those details. Until next time, guys. Peace.